Question 17a was the start of Core 2, and it asked students to outline 3 immediate physiological changes that occur in response to exercise. And this is worth 4 marks. We're going to look at the syllabus, and what we'll notice is immediate physiological responses to training or exercise. And there it is there: heart rate, ventilation rate, stroke volume, cardiac output, lactate levels. So they're the questions that need to be, they're the areas of change that need to be included. And the question only asks for 3. So any 3 of those would have got the student a high level of marks. We're going to have a look at this answer here. So again, we're outlining 3 immediate physiological changes that occur in response to exercise. So this is a great answer, and we'll go through and we'll see why. The first physiological response to exercise is the increase in heart rate. How many times the heart beats per minute? Because of the need for oxygen to be transported around the body, because of the increase in heart rate, there is then an increase in, number 2, ventilation rate, the amount of oxygen breathed out or into the lungs per minute, as more oxygen is needed to be transported into the heart and around the body. The third increase is the stroke volume, the amount of blood which is pumped out of the left ventricle per contraction, because heart rate has increased, meaning blood is pumping faster into the heart and must be pumped out just as quick. That is why, or just as fast. That is why it's a 4 out of 4. He's given 3 areas, said what they are and what the effect would be as a result of exercise. The concerns I have here is, for this question, it said, and again, students not reading questions carefully, outline 3 immediate physiological changes. So students can't be talking about like psychological things, such as self-esteem and feeling better, because they're not physiological, they're psychological things. And that's a lot of people speaking about that. The changes that occurred needed to be physical, and as I showed you before, they needed to be specific from the syllabus. So these were the only 5 that could be mentioned. If these weren't given, then you couldn't get any marks. So people that spoke about having a healthier body and looking stronger, they're not specific, they're not physiological changes. And that's why they would have ended up getting no marks. The other thing was, you need to actually say what the change is. So, not what is heart rate, but what's happening to it as a result of exercise. So more blood's being pumped out, it's increasing the heart rate. The more blood's got to go out to the working muscles. But really, this question overall for 4 marks, I thought it was a pretty easy question. Most responses were just too general and lacked the specific information that I showed you before from the syllabus just here, these 5, which, to be honest, was a little bit disappointing.